What's up, folks? Welcome to Woodworking Against the Grain. We're in the kitchen this morning. We're going to make some sausage and pancakes. I got the sausage already browning over here. You can see this. Trick to making good sausage is don't cook it too fast. Put it in there in plenty of time where you can brown it and then slow cook it till it's just right. You don't have to cook it necessarily in an iron skillet, but it's better that way. Also, if it's pork sausage, make sure cook it till it's about 170 degrees on the inside for two reasons. One, it's healthier that way. Two, the pork police won't get you if you don't. 170 on the inside on pork. Now, back over here, we're going to make some good buttermilk pancakes. I got the griddle at about 250 degrees. Right now I'm going to sift 2 cups of flour. Get all the lumps out of that, and we're going to add some of these dry ingredients. Get all this stuff whipped up here. Get these 2 cups of flour in this bowl. We're going to add some baking powder and some baking soda and salt and sugar to this. You want to make sure that you get all your, not only do you want to get the lumps out of your flour, but you want to get all your dry ingredients mixed together with it. You don't want all your, you got a teaspoon of baking soda, you don't want it in one little spot in your bowl. You want it to go sifted through with all your other dry stuff. That's a teaspoon of baking powder, or baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and a teaspoon of salt. We want to get that in there with this flour. Not only do we want to get it with the flour, we want to make sure it's distributed good, so we're going to take it back through the sifter one more time. That way we'll have a good mixture of this stuff. I want to tell y'all something. We like to cook homemade stuff around here. Not everybody enjoys cooking as much as we do, and that's fine. If you want to do things semi-homemade, you need to feel free to do that. I don't want anybody thinking that I'm some sort of a food snob just because we do things sometimes the long, hard way around here. I like to cook. When I'm in the mood to cook, that's the way I like to do it. If you don't roll that way, I'm good with it. I still love it. Do it however you want to. Now, once you get this dry stuff mixed together pretty good, you want to take 2 eggs here. You want to kind of beat these 2 eggs up a little bit. You don't have to whip them, but you just kind of want to get the yolk and the white mixed together there. Take you a little whisk or a fork or whatever. Whoop on them eggs just a little bit to kind of get them stirred up there a little. And once you do that, we're going to take this dry stuff. We're going to transfer it to a different bowl that we can stir in. Now, once you get your dry stuff in there, add those 2 eggs, and then we're going to add 2 cups of really good buttermilk to this flour. Put about half of it in there. Get you a spoon, fine spoon. You want to mix this up a little bit till we get a good batter here. Mix that around in there a little bit. A lot of people think if they're going to call something, if they're going to make homemade chicken and dumplings, that you got to go out and kill the chicken and pluck it and gut it and all that, or it's not homemade. Very few people go to that extreme anymore. Most of us just buy the chicken and maybe make the dumplings. But just cook however you enjoy cooking. That's the most important thing about it. If you like it, you can do it the long, hard way. If you don't, grocery store freezers are full of prepackaged meals. You can just cook a lot or a little, however you want to do it. We got a pretty good batch of this batter here. And you want to kind of mix this up good till you get most of the lumps out of it. Try to make your batter as smooth as you can. It's going to be a little bit thicker. It needs to be a little bit thick because we're going to put this on a hot griddle over here. And if you don't have a griddle, use a hot non-stick pan if you've got one. One that's got a good flat bottom. You want to make sure, even if you're using a non-stick, that you grease your surface a little bit, because you don't want these pancakes to stick at all. You want them to just sit real lightly on top of your cooking surface so they're easy to turn over. Most everybody you run into likes a good baked pancakes. We don't eat them around here all that often. Every once in a while. We're going to get that griddle greased up good there before we pour these out. Now the trick to making good pancakes and making them look right is to try to get them all a uniform size. You get them all one size, they look better. I want to make sure I've got oil on all that griddle surface right there so these pancakes don't stick. Now, once you get your batter stirred up good, you want to pour these out not like that spoon. Catch them with this teaspoon. You want to pour these out in just little puddles. Depending on how big you want your pancakes to be. Put them out there like that. Get them all roughly the same size. Don't have to be perfect, not for me. They'll eat good anyway. Try to get them decently the same. Now, if you're really desperate about getting them all the exact same size, there's a way to do that. You can pour your batter measurement-wise into a little cup. Pour them out there like that. They'll all be pretty close to the same size. If you want to go to that much trouble, feel free. I don't. Now, I hope you can see that pretty good there, because the best way to tell when a pancake is ready to turn over is you're going to see a lot of bubbles coming to the top of the batter, and they'll be popping. When those bubbles start popping, that's a good indicator that you're brown on the bottom, and you'll be ready to flip these pancakes over. It doesn't take very long if your griddle is hot. We're not talking just, a couple of minutes on each side, and they're going to be ready. The best way to keep them warm while you're cooking the rest of them is to keep layers of paper towels between them. Put your paper towel down there on your plate. Now you see all these bubbles right here? That tells me that this pancake is ready to turn over. And you want to use a spatula on these that's very thin so you can get it under the pancake without tearing it up too much. You want to turn these over real delicately. Get under it and roll it over. Now look at that. That's the way a pancake's supposed to look right there when you turn one over. Get under this one. Same thing. Now, for some reason, my griddle gets hotter up here than it does back here. So these two here won't be quite that brown. And these two at the back we'll let cook just a minute more before we try to roll them over. That's good and done on that side. There you go. I'm going to give these two here at the back just a few more seconds, and then we'll turn them on. By the time I turn these over, these two up here at the front will be almost done. I think that's good enough right there. You can tell when you get under it if it's ready to turn. That could have waited just a little bit, but it's all right. See, it didn't splatter too bad. So that's a good little method right there. Once you get all these done, you want to put you some butter on a stack of them, and then pour you a little bit of maple syrup over the top, just a teaspoon or two. We have some friends that make these out of wheat sometimes. They call those colon blow pancakes. You want to go the whole wheat method, be ready. Once you get a little bit of butter and syrup on there, get you a bite of them. They're good. Thank you for watching. Come back to see us.